We're live. So
Woman's wear.
you might just need to speak up a little bit so I can. Bro, I don't know if it's a laptop fucking thing. I don't know if it's my fucking hearing from being in this place. Because I definitely have. My friends tell me like I have lost a little bit of hearing. Because I'm always being like, what? Like, what do you fucking say? But
I think it's you know what it is. They're not speaking of value, so this doesn't want to go in your ear.
facts, facts.
If
So,
you're not providing value, don't even speak.
bro, some sauce that I want to share.
Oh man, let's hear it.
When it comes to us running this business, it's one thing I've really noticed, and I think we've both seen it. So Alex Hermosi was saying this: the less skilled a person is, the more specific you have to be.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, for example, let's talk about Prince, the developers, hypothetically or whatever, right? We have to be so specific about every little thing when a lot of things are common sense. It does show a lack of skill. Because when we were looking at website developers and we had that one website developer, we told him what we wanted and we had him say, "Oh, draw out what you want. Type up what you want. Draw out the illustration. Draw out what you want the website to look like." Versus we had Amit and he said, "All right, what do you want? Okay, cool. We'll cook up."
They just boom, they got to work.
Exactly. Alex Hermosi was saying he related to like his like marketing or social media. Like if he has to go to someone and say, "Hey, I need you to do this and post this video and organize this and reach out and do cold reach out and here's the script and do that," versus when he has someone really good on his team, he can just say, "I need this to get done. I need double the clients or double the conversion rate on this." And the guy just does it. He cooks it up himself and he does it. He doesn't need to be following, looking over his shoulder, looking at every single move. And I think this is something that will be extremely valuable for us as business owners running the company, for the people that we hire, to hire high level people where we do not need to be breathing down their neck telling them every little thing, because that just drains your energy and it shows that that person lacks skill.
Yeah, I think one thing we definitely need to think about is when it comes time to hire someone after the launch, and we need someone who is in the U.S. that we can go to when the app needs a bug fix or we need changes. Like we need developers, coders, software developers who are just on the ball, creative, like innovative. These guys, it's like we have to tell them everything. Okay, like, we want it to be this size, this color, this way. Like, no, we need someone who'd be like, all right, add this button, and they're gonna add that button. And it's gonna look perfect. It's gonna look as if we almost did it ourselves. You
Yeah,
know?
common sense type shit. But yeah, that really spoke
Yeah.
out to me, especially dealing with the different web developers. Like it was very clear one was going to be a fucking pain where we were developing the website ourselves, and one was going to be like, "I got you. This is what you want. I
Yeah.
got you." Um,
Especially when we're paying for it. When it's something being paid for, the ultimate dream outcome will be the second we hit purchase, boom, we have the product. So anybody who can get that to us as fast as possible, that's who we're picking 9 out of 10 times.
definitely. I mean, and just something that complements that quote that we were talking about is the amount of direction you have to give to someone is disproportional to the amount of skill they have. So the amount of direction you have to give someone is shows the more direction you have to give, the less skill they have.
Well,
There's a very, very direct correlation to that. So, um, that was a big thing that I wanted to share with you. Um,
I love that.
Also, the one thing I think we're very good at is the importance of being able to just be real and straight up. You know, we're gonna save a lot of time where we don't need to, like, we can cut the fluff. We don't need to tiptoe over each other. We can say, you can be like, "Yo, Boone, like you, you know, you're falling off on this section, or you haven't been focused, or you say you're gonna do this, but you're not doing this. I like to see like we need to grow in that area. It's like just being able to say that versus oh like you know Jonathan like you're doing a great job but this area like we don't need that. We have the trust where we can just be like I can be like yo Nick you know fucking this sucks. Let's make it better. Let's do it better. Versus people getting hurt. Alex Ramosi is big on that. Like he would just be straight up to like Layla or to his wife and be like, "This marketing sucks. Like we need to do it better." It's like, okay, like I agree. Where
Um,
we're gonna save a lot of time with that, and being real with each other is something that I really value, and I'm very appreciative, for you
no,
for that.
I mean, it's obvious that we're going to be an extremely successful duo, an extremely successful partnership because of that. Right? We're accountability partners. We hold each other accountable. Right? We don't sugarcoat anything. We're not here to just babysit or help each other. Like if one person's falling off, we hold each other accountable. If there's something that we think the other partner needs to improve on, we say it to them. That's how we're going to improve. Like I wouldn't want a partner, or for example, if a relationship, a marriage, I would not want to be married to someone who doesn't try to help me get better and improve my life, right, by keeping things to themselves. So it's the same thing with your partner. You're choosing a business. Like you want to have the friend who's going to tell you got something hanging from your nose, or your shirt's untucked. Like it's the same thing with the business. You need someone who's going to have your back and spot all the things that you don't see. So
Definitely.
extremely important.
And like on that marriage part, that's a great example. Having a business partner is very similar to having a marriage. Like
Yep.
you don't want to be with somebody that can't tell you how they feel or can't address something because what happens is one brick gets added and another brick gets added
Yep.
and something annoys you and another brick gets added and by the end of a few weeks or a few months you have this wall built between you and the other person because you
That's good.
didn't want to confront them, you didn't want to have the difficult conversation. um I love this quote. It's like like a beautiful relationship is on the other side of difficult and awkward conversations. There are going to be things that are going to be difficult and they're going to be awkward for us to address. But we need to understand it's like if what's the alternative? The alternative is we don't address it and then shit builds up. Now resentment builds up, a wall is being built up, annoyance builds up, and it fucking crashes. It crashes the relationship.
And everybody loses out.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. So
That's another thing too. Like if anybody watching is trying to find out who is a good business partner, who is a good person to work with, see how they react to criticism, right? See how they react when somebody criticizes them. If there's someone who puts gets their guard up, they put a wall. No, no, no. Like if they're very defensive, that is not someone you want to work with, because when it comes time to critique and improve and make changes in the business, they're going to be the same way because they have that pride and that ego, and they're just going to try to defend their ideas. So
dude, I
that's a great
completely
thing. So
agree, bro. I completely agree because as soon as somebody that gets defensive when someone's trying to be real with them is the same person that has too big of an ego to learn from their mistakes or to address concerns of their own because they think that they're perfect, they know it all, and oh, you want to attack me? Well, here's why. It's like we need to drop the ego. That's a very
right.
valuable asset to have as a business owner, as a friend, as a partner, as someone that you're in a relationship with. Big egos cause big problems. So,
That's facts.
and that's the one thing that I really like. Like I'm gonna say it again. I really value between you and I because you can tell me shit, and I might come up with something. I might think it's great. You tell me, yo, bro, it's not the best idea and here's why. And I can be like, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. You're right. Versus me being like, feeling like, oh, because it's my idea, it needs to be this way. Like, we
Mhm.
need to be in the best interest of the business. I think we both do a very good job of that.
Definitely.
Here's another point. I want to hear your,
What you
um,
got?
your stuff on
It's just
this.
falling out of his. It's the gold's falling out of his pockets, guys.
What's that?
The gold is it just falls out of your
Hey,
pockets.
roger that. Roger that. Right. This topic, we're talking about partnerships, business, people, relationships. Um, Another important thing is you have to. It's the importance of setting expectations with your business partners. If you don't set those expectations, how can the other person know, what their responsibilities are, what their roles are when those haven't even been addressed? Um, what can the issues be there, Nick, on like anything, friends, partners, relationships, when expectations aren't set there?
I think one of the biggest things to think about is so one of the quotes from the .com secrets. It's talking about a website, but I think this can be applied to a lot of things in life. A confused mind says no. It's like, if you're looking at something and you're confused at it, your mind just automatically turns it away. So I think the same thing when you have a partnership or you have a business with somebody, when there's confusion and things are not clear. I thought you were gonna do this, or you were supposed to do this, but you didn't do it. But when nothing's clear, nothing's stated, like when people don't have roles, that's when things just start to fall apart. You and your partner need to make it very clear. All right, you're going to be focused on the back end, or I'm going to be focused on the marketing and the social media, whatever it is, whatever you guys are working on. Making it very clear from the beginning, right? Dividing and conquering, distributing the different tasks, the jobs that need to get done. Just one, so you have the advantage of two people, but two, so there's just no confusion. Everybody knows their role. They know what they're doing and what they're bringing to the table.
Definitely. Because
So
without understanding your rules, you cannot really have accountability. And
yeah,
accountability is huge. Um, you know, oh, this one's a big one. I love this. Um, I don't know where I got this from. I don't know if it was from Alex Ramosi or something. It was like there's three options in a startup, right? Option one, so you can relate this to anything, but there's three options in a startup. Option one is great success, meaning you make so much fucking money, like nothing really matters. Meaning you're just rolling in so much money, especially when it comes to, like, let's talk about equity split for a little bit. Especially some people are concerned and can get about equity split, but the goal is to make so much fucking money that it doesn't matter.
does
But you
not
want to
matter.
make sure it's fair because once there's resentment, it's not going to work out. Then you have failure, which is a startup losing nothing, or a startup is worth nothing, and the equity split doesn't matter. And this is also the most likely outcome. Um, but and then the third
Oh,
option is meh. There was, it's decent, but you and your partner have to really understand, like, the goal should be to make so much money that it doesn't fucking matter. Um, Outlining the responsibilities, outlining the roles, having things clear. How many hours are you guys going to put in? You know, what do you expect from each other? And understanding the sacrifice. Like, it's a lot of fucking sacrifice, and some people aren't, you know,
willing to take
hit them
it,
with that
and
sacrifice, Nick. Hit them for what it takes.
I mean, sacrificing is everything. Like if you're not willing to sacrifice what you want now for the what you really want, then you're never gonna have it. Like you have to be willing to sacrifice everything. Going out with your friends, playing video games, the scrolling, right? All the vices, everything that's holding you back and keeping you comfortable, everything you have to be willing to sacrifice it. I mean, I've had times in my life where I've sacrificed friendships because, even though they were my boys, I loved hanging out with them. It really wasn't serving me, and I could just kind of see the route that I would have taken if I kept hanging with them. One that some people might disagree with, sacrificing relationships. There's been times where I've either cut off women in my life or even broken up with girls because I just felt I was too comfortable with them. Maybe I was spending way too much time with them, whatever it may be. But you have to be willing to sacrifice things in order to really achieve and obtain what you desire. You know, like getting to that next level is going to take sacrifices. And if you can't sacrifice little things in your life, junk food, scrolling on TikTok, there's no way you'll ever be able to see the heights and achieve your goal. So
Yeah, that's a big one.
sacrifice
Oh
everything.
my gosh, dude, I see fucking so many people where all they fucking do, every time I see them in their hands, they have their phone fucking rotting, literally rotting on fucking social
Brain
media.
rotting,
I
bro.
swear, every single time I see them, it's like, it is. It, and I don't blame them because it's fucking designed that way. And
Exactly.
like, I do that shit too. I used to do that shit too, and then I saw how like I was real with myself, and I was like, yo, like this shit is not fucking good. And if you can really learn to just get rid of 95% of your distractions,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like you just said, I mean, even myself sometimes I'll go on Instagram to post something, put something on a story or answer a message, and I catch myself scrolling. It's just that's how good it is. So you can either let it control you and just let it take so much of your time and energy, or you can try to learn from it. For example, with Detail Connect, those viral hooks, we're gonna use those. We're gonna use this scrolling brain rot to our advantage to just blow up the platform. But I mean, it's if you don't become aware of it, I, it's crazy. I'll tell you guys a quick story. We're moving a bunch of Boone and I. We invest in real estate. We have a property. One of the properties, the woman living in there was a hoarder, so she has so much stuff there. Boone's in Africa. We had to hire somebody to get rid of all the junk. So I'm talking with this kid, just getting to know him. I've never met him before, and I was asking, what he does. He works like 4 days out of the week. I'm like, okay, so you got a few days off. Like, what do you like to do in your free time? And he's like, bro, I really just be chilling, just watching reels. Like, I'm on my phone like way too much, like all day. And I'm like, bro, like it's like okay, maybe he's aware of it, but maybe he's not. I don't know. Just I couldn't imagine just being truly giving it that much time and energy. I was almost in shock when he said it. I was like, dang, but this it's the life a lot of people live. So
bro, the average person spends over 4 hours a day on his phone. Imagine if they dedicated that to reading, to improving a new skill, to making money, to getting fit. Like, people say they don't
mm,
have time. That's bullshit because everyone has the same amount of time in a
yeah,
day. And you have people that are moving fucking mountains. How are they able to do it? They leverage their time. They get rid of their distractions. They outsource their time. And they prioritize their time. That's the biggest thing. When people say, I don't have time to do this, what they're really saying is, it's not a priority. That's all they're saying,
mm, that's good.
you know?
That's good. It's not a priority, yeah, because you have time for all that watching Netflix, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's good. Say that one more time.
When people say they don't have time for shit, what they're really saying is it's not my priority. Everyone has the same amount of time in one day, and people are able to move mountains, make so many fucking moves, and you have the same amount of time as they do. It's like it really is not that you
Yeah,
don't have enough time, it's that you have different priorities and you're just not being real with yourself.
that's great. That's great, bud. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Um,
Play that on loop day if you need to. And it's crazy what people will prioritize their time to and just give their energy and just the things people spend their time doing. It's insane.
yeah. Bro, I used to do that shit bad, bro. All the time.
Scrolling.
On my phone, brain rotting, fucking scrolling through fucking bullshit. Like, I would watch all these videos and I wouldn't even be able to tell you the fourth video I watched or really what I really watched. I mean,
It's
these
in and out.
devices and social media it's literally designed to consume you. You are the product that these social medias are after. You are not using the product is using you. And once you understand that, then you can delete it and destroy it and take back over your life and have some sort of direction that you're moving towards because you're not having this device just drain everything from you. And you're able to get so much done and feel so much better, but you have to get rid of that addiction. And that withdrawal is fucking
Mm.
crazy, but you have to give yourself a few days or a week to really break out of that and see, and you're going to feel so much better. And you can't focus on anything big until you get rid of your distractions. And there's a lot of distractions that I see that many people have.
Yeah. No, I mean, one of the things that's scary is all the studies they've done of like how many times people pick up their phone in a day. You know how people react when they can't find their phone. They don't have where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? It's just it really is an addiction. And you can either let it control you or you can control it. So like the phone was designed to be a tool for success, and it's just turned into straight just entertainment
I
and,
agree.
and satisfaction. But
I agree. Yeah. I like,
I
you can be a consumer or you can be a producer. You can consume everything, you can buy everything, you can just consume everything on a mass scale, or you can produce. You can produce a lot of value. You can produce a lot of insight. You can produce a lot of great conversations and produce a lot of things in the world. And it is the producers that get rewarded and the consumers are the ones that don't. I guess they can get rewarded in some aspect with like instant gratification and dopamine, but it's the true producers that get compensated very well in this life.
no, I mean all those millions of views. I mean these people are making money. It's not. It's not to actually like 99% of the time they're not thinking about the user or the viewer, right? They're just thinking about themselves. So the things you're consuming are not really valuable at all. Now there are great things. I mean, if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't have found a lot of our mentors and the content that we watch and the things that we watch. But it's like you got to get through all the junk to find the gold. So
Yeah,
it's definitely a lot of junk, a lot of just brain rot.
yeah,
Most definitely.
yeah. And like when we're talking about being a producer and providing value, like I'm big on this. Like the reason why Nick and I are going to get rewarded very well uh financially is because we are rewarding others extremely well. So the wealthiest people in this world, they are very good at producing so much fucking value and they get a little bit. They get a little sliver of the value they create. When you're making people tens of millions of dollars, you get a little portion of that for being, an owner or a part of that. And that's the thing that people don't understand. They want all the money, but they don't want to produce the value. And
Yep.
you have to learn how to produce so much value in the marketplace that you get compensated very well. And that's how you get compensated well. You produce a lot of value. What value can I bring? How can I make people money? How can I save people time? What innovative product or service can I do that makes people's lives easier? Value is created when pain is alleviated. And when you understand that, that's the golden ticket. That is what Nick and I are doing every single day, 80 hours a week, is producing this product, this platform that is going to provide so much value to the marketplace for clients and for users, making detailers a shit ton of money, expanding their outreach, and making clients save so much time and adding a lot of convenience. Convenience at the top of their finger, at the top of a button to be able to connect themselves with these mobile detailers. You know,
It's that give, get. You have to be willing to give, and
yes,
get. And, you know, especially with, we were talking with another just colleague who's somebody who has done startups before. And he was saying, like, he was kind of saying how fast sometimes things are made and launched. Things are made very quickly to get out there to start getting testing. But I think one of the advantages we have with having time is the value that we've been putting into this app, Detail Connect, is what is going to take it so far, right? There are things with similar ideas, oh, an app where a detailer can get a user, right? It's not this insane idea, but it's the little things, the hours and hours of detail we've been putting into the app, right? The coding, the way that, okay, if you hit this, it does that, or this button, you know, can lead to this. All the things that we put into the app, the attention to detail, all the value. It's like detailers should be begging to be on this app. Detailers should be paying hundreds of dollars a month to be on this app because that's just how much value it's going to give. But the beauty of it is that it is free. Any detailer can sign up, whether they're a veteran detailer or they just graduated high school and they want to be an entrepreneur. This app is for everybody, and you can start your business or you can continue to grow yours. So I'm excited to give these detailers all that value and see the reaction, see the response. I mean, so far we've only gotten in contact with a handful of detailers, and the response has been extremely positive. So I'm excited, but we wouldn't have gotten that response if we just gave them this hollow, basic product, right? We are continually just improving, innovating, and just adding more and more value every single day
Yeah,
to this platform.
yeah. And I just want to end the call with this. Like, it is such an amazing experience to be able to do this with my best friend Nick, and to be able to do
Uh,
this shit together, and to be able
yes.
to work together and have someone that's as dedicated and puts in 100% and like is smart and is a fucking networking god, bro. Like this man can talk to anyone, and his charisma is through the roof. And he understands, what it's going to take, the sacrifice. And not, it's very rare to find someone like Nick. And I'm always grateful every single day to be doing this with someone as awesome as him. So I appreciate you
Oh,
so
man,
much, bro.
bro. Hey, man. Well, man, if you guys have been watching these videos and you really know Boone has been my one of my best friends and my mentor since day one. He has started my self growth and self development journey, and to this day, I still look up to him. Like I want to be just like him. I want to be able to just spew out the value. Like you guys just saw this dude just throws this knowledge, these quotes, everything just, and it's from the work that he's put in. He's one of the hardest working guys that I know, and I am so grateful that you know we formed this mastermind, bro,
It was meant to
because
be, bro.
us coming together, man, Detail Connect is just the beginning, right? This is just the beginning. So I'm excited to see the things that we achieve. And like you said, bro, I wouldn't want to be doing it with anybody else. So it's going to be an amazing journey. And we're just getting started, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.